Do you want to learn how to create memorable and eye-catching film and TV auditions? Well, stick around, watch this video, and I'm going to share 2 tips that will make your film and TV auditions incredibly powerful ones. Okay, let's get started. Hey, I'm Aaron Marcus, and welcome to the Actor and Model Quick Tips channel and also the Actor Career Center, where I share information from my 36 years of experience as a full-time actor and help others have more success. Hey, if you haven't done this yet, don't forget, click the subscribe button, also the notification bell, so that way you know every time I upload a new video. I try to do them every Tuesday, just depending on my schedule, but this way you will automatically know. Also, at the very end, watch to the end, I have a little surprise for you, a bonus that you definitely want to check out. So that will happen at the very end. So here's the deal with auditioning. There are lots of different ways of doing things. These 2 tips will be invaluable to you. So the first tip is this. I always like to think of a keyword or just a sound that I will make to myself, or I'll say it very softly to myself, nothing that the microphone picks up, that helps me say my first word. So let's say the first word is, let's say the sentence is, I'm really sorry I'm late. I'm going to a meeting. I'm really sorry I'm late. So what I would probably think of is, I'm not going to just start off by saying, hey guys, I'm really sorry I'm late. I'm going to think about what just took place in my life that caused me to be late. And if it's not in the sides at all, I will make a decision as to what's causing me to be late. And maybe I got stuck in traffic. Maybe I had to run 2 blocks down the street to get to the meeting. I just ran up a flight of stairs. So instead of just starting off, hey, I'm sorry I'm late, I'm going to be out of breath. It's like, hey, I'm really sorry I'm late. The other part of that is thinking of a keyword or a sound that gives me a reason to say the first word. I might say to myself, and I'll say it out loud just so you guys can hear it, but I'll look slightly off the camera. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry I'm late. Or, I can't believe this. I'm really sorry I'm late. I apologize. I'm sorry I'm late. Just something to give me a reason to say the first words. Like, wow, I'm really sorry I'm late. And because I know I just ran up a flight of stairs, I'm a little bit out of breath. I'm not just walking into the room and starting off with, hey, I'm sorry I'm late. Unless for some reason that's right for the character. But if your scenario is, you're stressed out and you really feel bad and there's been a lot of action getting to that office meeting, that makes it sound so much more interesting. The other thing too is, so I never start my audition with the first word. I always think of that keyword or make a sound. The other thing is, I never end my audition with the last word. And I know that when I first got started, sometimes I was incredibly nervous. Not to say that sometimes I still don't get nervous for certain auditions or working with certain actors on sets. Honestly, sometimes I do. They would never know it. You would never know it. But internally, yeah, sometimes I am feeling stuff like that. But at the end of every scene, sometimes, at least at the very beginning of my career, sometimes I was so nervous and anxious about the audition itself. As soon as I finished, boom, I was out of there. And you don't want to end the scene on the last word. And you're probably thinking, well, what do you mean? What are you going to start a new dialogue here? Start reading other sides? No. But here's what I like to do. I like to let the scene fade out a little bit. So after the last word of the scene, I don't cut it right there. I will do something to have it continue to breathe for maybe a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, the most, depending on what's going on. Then I end the scene. And the reason why I like to do that, and I'll show you an example in just a second. The reason why I like to do that is because, think about it this way. Let's say you're listening to music and you hear a song, and the song is taking you somewhere. It's something meaningful, something that you're really enjoying. And typically, not always, but typically the song will just kind of fade out and it leaves you with a certain kind of emotion at the end. If the song just ended abruptly, it's a little jarring. And look, there are some songs that do that. I get it. And for a fact, there's a specific reason for it. But a lot of songs, they just fade out. And it allows you to breathe, remember what was just taking place, and it will leave you with the same emotion that you just had as it's ending. I like to do that with scenes also. So let's say in this particular scene, somebody says to me, look, I got to get going. I'll see you tomorrow. So what I would do is, instead of just stopping when the person says the last words to me, I'll see you tomorrow. What I would do instead is I'm going to follow that person out of the room. Think about what they just said. Then I finish the scene. Now, I'm not going to look into the camera finishing, but I would finish the scene, camera left, over here. I do that for a couple of reasons. One is, once again, I don't want to end it abruptly. I want the scene to fade out a little bit. People who are watching it are connected with the scene, and it just allows them to walk away from the scene with a certain feeling. It also lets the casting director, and hopefully gets to the director, it lets them see that there's something going on for me. This character is doing something in this scene. It doesn't just stop. And I'm thinking about what just took place in the scene, how it affected me. And they get a chance to see it. They might not know specifically what's going on in my head, but they know something. Something took place that changed me from this conversation that I just had. That makes it interesting. That makes it, eye-catching. That makes it memorable. And so anyhow, if you create the life of the character prior to the scene starting, thinking about what's going on, and you add a key word or a sound to help give you a reason to say your first word, and then you don't end it. So it's actually almost like three things, but the two things, don't start on the first word, don't end on the last word, and just give your life some kind of history right before the scene starts. So those are really the major things that I wanted to share with you in this quick tip video, so that you can create a much more interesting audition for both film or for television, or even for a TV commercial. Same thing. Now, I did promise that I was going to give you guys a bonus. You want to use the link above. You should be seeing it right up here. And hopefully I got the right side. And this is a really interesting short video that I created about how to get a recurring role on a Netflix TV show. And I'm going to be sharing this one question that I asked the casting director that helped me book a recurring role. So click the link, watch the video. And just as a reminder, quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, click the notification bell. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That's very helpful. And most importantly, share this with your other acting friends. Help them get better in the industry. Let's all work together. That's the whole point of having this channel. If you have any audition tips, secrets, techniques that you can share here that you have found helpful, please leave it in the comments below. And that way we can all learn from each other. I'm Aaron Marcus, and I can't wait to talk with you again soon. See ya.